Welcome everyone to the Nerd-Vana podcast for May 2022, where instead of story time, we're going to be talking about the third movie in the Jurassic Park trilogy, aptly named Jurassic Park 3. Before we do get started, I do want to say I'm really sorry for the fan in my background. If you can hear it, it may be annoying. Over in Iowa, it is about 60 degrees. However, I live at the top floor of my house. Windows are open, and I'm still steaming because physics exist.
Mm-hmm.
In other words,
and on my end, if you hear a dehumidifier running, I apologize. But I'm recording in the basement tonight. Don't ask.
At least you're nice and cool.
Oh yeah, no, temperature down here is great. Just a dehumidifier over there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is Jurassic Park 3, released in 2001, I believe. Yes, in 2001. Yep. And to date, it is the short. As of right now, it is the shortest in the entire Jurassic Park lineup. Only at a measly 1 hour and a half.
Yeah, it's a short movie.
Thank God.
There's some reasons to that we will get into, because the production of this movie is so delectable in tidbits of information.
Well, of course.
Mm-hmm. And just like its predecessors, there were some ideas that got scrapped midway through production that honestly, like Lost World, would have probably added more to the story. But let's just get on. What is Jurassic Park 3 about? Well, it's pretty much par for the course from what the other Jurassic Park movies are. It is about
Except
escaping.
bare bones.
What?
Except bare bones.
Yeah, like I said,
there's not much else to it.
Like I said, par for the course.
It's just the Lost World Part 2 with Alan Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, only except we have to find a missing child.
Yeah.
Where have I heard this before? I don't know. It just feels like a very
Jurassic World.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Jurassic World did it better. So that's not hard to beat.
Oh, okay, but to give you but from my perspective, let's kind of get our view, let's kind of get our rankings of it out of the way. And I don't mean our star rankings. I mean, where do we put it in the entire Jurassic Park lineup? I used to put this at the very bottom of the list, and then Fallen Kingdom happened. Now, me personally, as everyone knows, I do not like Fallen Kingdom. I thought I didn't think it was real. It was very well written, and because of that, I actually put it below Jurassic Park 3.
It's still the worst for me.
It is?
Same here. Not only because of the length. Go ahead, Tyler.
Well, Fallen Kingdom may have its flaws. It actually could have been a good movie. It had potential to be a good movie. It had themes that were there, ripe for the taking, to make it a soul-searching kind of movie.
But they didn't, because all they really wanted was just to set up there that dinosaurs are now ruling the earth again.
Yes. Like, okay, Ian. No, just go on a tangent. If the theme of, Fallen Kingdom was, no, we shouldn't rescue these animals because we made them. We can just make them again. How would you feel?
On the one hand, I can see their point. On the other, that's irresponsible.
It is.
Because you made these animals, you have a responsibility to them, regardless of what they may be. Real dinosaurs or not, one could argue either way, but that would be a very poor take on what you should do with these animals. And there's a whole discussion people could have about living alongside these animals.
I'm just going to pause, insert topical joke right here. There we go. You can go ahead, Tyler.
And so, there's that kind of, Fallen Kingdom has that. It could also have, do these animals even have souls? Because they're man-made. Which leads to that little girl.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park 3 is #redone, nothing new. You don't need to see it to know what's going on with the rest of the continuity. In fact,
you don't need to see the other movies to realize what's going on.
It's one of the movies that you don't even need to see to begin with.
Not really, no. It doesn't add anything new. Well, it sort of did, but they didn't pursue it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
In fact,
it's your basic monster movie on an island survival story.
No,
that's basically what it is.
You could have pretty much just given it a different title, and it still wouldn't have changed a thing.
Now, that said, it is a slight interesting thing that it's a transition from old Park trilogy to New World trilogy. Because Spinosaurus.
Yes. And I have no idea where the current thing is, the current canon, but from what I've read, the Spinosaurus was part of the early R&D for Jurassic Park's second incarnation, a la Jurassic World. Along with a couple other species.
Yeah, I think I heard there was like a fan theory. I think, Ian, you might have told me this, that
it wasn't a fan theory. It was official canon that was made for Fallen Kingdom.
That Henry Wu was the one that created the Spinosaurus. And
Yes,
what-
as part of the amalgam testing.
I
But
do wonder-
all of this is aside.
I do wonder, where was it when the Lost World was going on?
According to the files that were hacked/leaked, it didn't exist. InGen and Henry Wu went back in '99 to clone new animals, as I said, for R&D for Jurassic World.
Pretty ballsy there. No, just go back to an island full of dangerous animals.
that was restricted. That was placed on restriction from the Costa Rican government.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
whole bunch of videos on it you can look up. I'm not gonna go into it, but just looking at Jurassic Park 3 as the end of the trilogy, cancel out everything for Jurassic World and the World trilogy and everything going on there. The Spinosaurus shows up. Big bad theropod. It shows up, it destroys the plane, eats a couple dudes, and okay, I don't think we can avoid. We got to get this out of the way, guys. What's the one scene everyone talks about?
Dino Dung.
No, not that one.
The versus scene.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I know. This is. I guess this is one of my biggest gripe is that there were so many ways that they could have taken the T-Rex. They could have taken the Spinosaurus storyline. One of them is, yes, a battle with the T-Rex, but they just kind of ended it like really quickly.
It is the shortest fight ever.
Honestly,
And I'm
it's
not
the
sa-
most
and I'm not
boringest
s-
fight too.
I'm not even saying they should have put it like at the end. They could have done that. I mean, why only one fight? I mean,
Yeah, I think
mean,
it would have been good at the build-up.
yeah, it would have been really good. I mean, what's the reason why they keep fighting each other? Where the heroes are? Why do they keep turning up? Territory, dominance.
The one annoying part is the reason why they had that fight was to satisfy Jack Horner's ego.
Jack Horner, yep. Jack Horner, he's a controversial character.
Yeah.
Uh,
Didn't he?
Jack's-
He gets name dropped early in the movie though.
he does. However, this movie came out during the height of his hatred of T-Rex / other
there-
theories start to pop up.
Jack was a big follower of T-Rex or scavengers.
Which, no.
Ooh.
If they were anything like modern carnivores, they would have been opportunistic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, so they're not scavengers?
Oh,
So they-
Well, they're
definitely.
opportunistic.
They'll kill steal if opportunity arises.
Okay.
And in fact, if there's a dead animal, why wouldn't you want a free meal?
It's meat that doesn't fight back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then who's? Okay, so who's the other paleontologist? Who was the consultant in the original Jurassic Park movie? Then
There was a few of them. Jack Horner was there, and Robert T. Bacher.
Yeah.
that's it, Backer, because he gets name dropped in the first movie. Who
I have his book.
Grant is supposed to be like an XP. Supposed to be designed after Horner, right?
The
Not
character
sure
is
about
based
that
after
one.
Horner.
Okay. Yeah, but the guy that gets chomped by the T-Rex in Lost World, isn't he supposed to be based on?
Yeah, he's Bacher.
Oh, he's.
Yeah.
And Bacher was actually quite pleased with that because he said, "See, T-Rex was a hunter."
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that's where the whole T-Rex versus Spino fight originated. It wasn't supposed to be a Spinosaurus initially, though.
Gigantosaurus?
No. It was supposed to be a Baryonyx.
I thought so.
Which, because if you look at the storyboard art, it has Baryonyx.
Okay. Well, so they kind of, and again, they do name drop that dinosaur when they're trying to classify.
Except Billy says Baryonyx is bigger than Suchomimus, which it is not.
Okay.
Billy, your major is paleontology. What the hell, dude?
Oh, okay. No wonder your company needs more money for a dig site. You can't even train your paleontologist, Grant.
Also, this is the one movie that has the least amount of kill counts.
You're right.
Yeah.
And the kills are very not graphic.
They're pretty boring.
They're pretty boring. Not to mention some of the deleted scenes that, honestly, okay, would have at least bumped this movie up to, its predecessors. Like, and it's an hour and a half. Some of these deleted scenes would at least kind of added some more, like the death of Michael Jeter's character, the one that got his neck snapped by raptors.
Yeah, he was supposed to try to fight him off with a stick.
I mean, why not? Why not? I mean, good guy. I mean, that would have left a better impression on me as a kid instead, for that actor, instead of, oh yeah, the guy that got killed by raptors.
Yeah, I know. And we've never really seen anybody, I guess, short of until Fallen Kingdom with Blue, nobody really ever tries to fight a raptor.
No.
That's true. Let's see, I think, and of course from Jurassic Park aficionado, what's his name? Clayton Fiatori?
Yes, Clayton.
Yeah, also revealed there might have been a deleted concept as to why the Spinosaurus keeps chasing after these guys, because
there's a vendetta.
Yeah, because let's see, apparently one of the concepts is that there was a baby Spinosaurus, kind of bringing in elements from the Lost World, that when the Mercs were searching, as soon as they landed, they killed the offspring, and that's kind of what sets the Spinosaurus on this little slasher villain type journey.
Mm-hmm. I would have liked that, depending on how they implemented it.
I guess we weren't ready for something like that in 2001 because John Wick hadn't been invented yet.
Yeah.
Dinosaur John Wick.
Dinosaur John Wick.
They called the Spinosaurus.
Oh God! Don't give the asylum any ideas.
They called the Spinosaurus Baba Yaga Saurus.
Oh my God.
But did you? That there was this also one deleted scene, and I'll run it by you guys, see what you think. Grant was supposed to use the resonating chamber while the Spinosaurus was attacking to call velociraptors to fight it.
That would have been cheesy. That would have been cheesy.
Yeah. Jurassic World did it better.
Honestly, reminds me of Jurassic Park, the ending. Except it failed. Just reverse the roles. T-Rex stomping in and saved Grant and the others from the raptors.
Raptors kill Spinosaurus.
Yeah.
After being called.
Oh boy.
I know.
That's how it was originally supposed to end.
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about this. The fact that is it bad because Steven didn't direct it? Is it Joe Johnston's fault? No, the guy that made Jumanji, which is a good movie.
the guy who made Jumanji and would later go on to make Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yes. So
I'm torn. It's not bad because Spielberg didn't direct. I read this earlier because I was doing research because I'm a freak. But
hey, you're among company here.
I was doing research because I want to make sure I got back straight. John, what is a good first rule of filmmaking? Like, say you're directing a big budget Hollywood franchise entry. What's one thing that you really don't want to do?
piss off the fans.
Well, that's one.
That's one. Yeah, there's like, is there anything specific? Because there's like a lot of rules that Hollywood does currently break, but that is a story for another time. Like never.
Well, how about this one? 5 weeks before you start filming, your animatronics are ready to go, the finishing touches, paint, your cast is hired, their pay is set, your entire set pieces are good to go. What's one thing you don't do?
Fire.
Rewrite the script. I mean, that's like the first thing that pops in my mind. Of course, that's not the general rule of thumb.
5 weeks before you start filming, Johnson and Spielberg rejected the second draft in favor of a simpler story idea. They threw out the script.
Yeah.
The TOTS method. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. He's producing, right?
Yes.
Spielberg is producing. He produces all Jurassic movies.
So, hold on. Does he have the right to do that? Or is it because he's producing, he has the right to reject a script if he doesn't take fancy to it, even though it should be the director's duty?
Well, Johnson also rejected it. They both rejected it. The initial script that everything was planned for, it involved dinosaur attacks on various mainland locations, while a parallel story within the script would involve Alan Grant and others crash landing on Isla Sorna.
Oh God. Sorry, that it just gave me Fallen Kingdom flashbacks. So a parallel story.
Yeah, that was the original. That's what was planned.
A parallel story?
Were they at least going to explain how dinosaurs got on the mainland?
I presume so.
I feel like that part must have bled into the final movie, because that is one of the biggest mysteries that has yet to be solved. Who attacked those guys on the boat?
Oh, there is an answer to that.
Spinosaurus?
People think Spinosaurus because it swims, but a Spinosaurus swimming cannot catch up to a motorboat. Pteranodons. But then, at that point in the movie, Pteranodons were all thought to be locked up in the aviary at that point.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then we're back to Spinosaurus.
Until you realize the Lost World.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, those Pteranodons are a different breed, because the Pteranodons in Jurassic Park 3 have teeth and are giant.
Yeah, what's different about the Pteranodons from Lost World? They can't migrate?
But technically they can. They're free. They're flying around.
Yeah, I know
normal things.
I know, that's the joke.
They seem to be more docile. They're just actual animals, which is another thing I have a problem with this movie. They don't treat their animals like animals. They treat them like monsters.
Pretty much, especially the Spinosaurus.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, good God, just put a hockey mask over it, give him a knife. That's what the Spinosaurus is. It's a slasher villain.
Let's see. It eats people. It
that are really too small
necks.
It eats people that are honestly too small for its diet, unless it's on a diet.
Why bother?
Oh boy.
There doesn't really
Piscivorous, which it's not clearly because it's killing a T-Rex, and it apparently hunts T-Rexes.
And it would, in real life, it would stay clear from.
Oh, absolutely. It lived alongside Carcharodontosaurus. In the same environment, they just occupy different niches. So,
Yep.
so
okay, notice that we have two movies where people on boats mysteriously die. And it's like, they don't want to explain why. Like, is it advisable not to drive a boat in the world of Jurassic Park?
At least near the island, yeah.
near the
Should we
island.
just avoid boat traveling?
What was the second Jurassic Park movie with the boat?
The Lost World?
Oh no, they were on the they oh right. Sorry, I forgot about
That
the big
boat.
ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go near Dinosaur Island, and don't take.
Don't Dude, you froze in the middle. Guys, can you hear me?
Raising my hand.
Okay. My internet connection is unstable. Hiccup, get down from the desk. You're causing my internet to go unstable.
Yes, the message has been received loud and clear. Max is hungry and will not leave me alone until he's back.
Okay. So, back on topic.
Okay. Everything all right with your camera, Tyler?
No.
There.
Okay, so apparently problems on my end that caused.
Yeah, no, he was fine for me. Your cat's just an alien.
All right, Ian, you froze like right in the middle of the second rule. You know about Jurassic Park and boats.
Oh. Could you hear my audio?
No,
Yeah.
I couldn't hear
No.
it.
Oh, your cat's an alien.
Yeah, it's an alien.
Uh,
But what else is new?
But no, like, seriously though, the third movie's boring. Really boring. And the fun part about it is once again, we go back to the original book to take elements that we couldn't fit in the original movie to pad out the third movie.
Yeah, I was surprised to read about the aviary. Is that what it's called? Is
Yep.
that what?
Yep.
Is that okay? The aviary in the book, and I went like, oh wait, is this what? Wait, this was in the third movie.
mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Honestly, I seem to be in a different boat, but traveling on the same stream as you guys because I kind of enjoy it because I guess I enjoy it because of how bad it is. Maybe it's a little bit of the nostalgia goggles blocking it. It might also have something to do with the fact that I watch Riff Tracks movies where these are poorly made movies with comedy commentary on them. So
Alan.
yeah, so yes, I laugh at that. What else did I? Oh right. Nash on the plane when asked, so how do you know the Kirbys? Through our church. Yes, the Church of
Cooper.
Saint Keanu.
That was Cooper.
What did I call him?
Nash.
Cooper. Okay. Yeah. Through our I mean I knew that line was coming, and then I saw him, and I just could not stop. I couldn't stop myself from just writing this riff in my head. Yes, the Church of Saint Keanu Reeves. I take it. As he's got the glasses, he's got the slick black dark hair, he's in all black. It's like this movie did come out after The Matrix. Oh yeah, and he's got a big gun.
Yep. A Barrett 50.
20 millimeter.
Uh-huh. I honestly like how most of Alan Grant's dialogue is essentially just trailer lines.
Also,
Yeah.
Sam Neill isn't really that enthused about his role. He literally just Kevin. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Home Alone.
Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, actor.
Macaulay Culkin?
You look at Macaulay Culkin's performance in the first compared to the second movie. Second movie's kind of just cashing in.
And which is amazing because I remember seeing photos. I forget from a Facebook page of actors recreating their favorite movie roles, and one is of course Sam Neill holding up a emergency road flare with the shadow of a T-Rex. So he obviously I guess he loves how famous Jurassic Park made him, but I guess
at the time.
Yeah, at the time. No, this was like years ago. This was even after Jurassic Park 3. Hey, how you doing, Jasper? I really don't know. I think maybe
when you listen to his dialogue, do you feel like he really is going all out on that?
Well, then what? Well, if he was not enthusiastic to be a part of Jurassic Park 3, then why is he returning for the third Lost World movie? I think he was just disappointed. I think he was happy. He was excited to be part of Jurassic Park again after probably being skipped out for the second movie. But then when he read the script. But the script, yes, it was the script.
Probably. I guess he liked the script for Dominion.
Must have.
Because based on interviews that he's done, he's really excited about this one. So
we'll see. $50 says he's going to die.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I think he's going to die. Him or Ian.
Or Ellie.
No, Ellie's not gonna die. She's gonna live.
You don't know about that.
Yeah, but I know trends. I know movies.
I'm gonna die.
No, not you, Ian. That's chaos. That's good.
But no. Okay. Let's break this down. Besides this movie having the fewest deaths, it also has the most lackluster. We couldn't even see the first kill.
No, sadness.
Yes, the first
or the
first
second
kill,
really.
Yeah, the first guys on the boat. And he goes,
No.
How do you know they were on a boat? What? They weren't playing the song "I'm on a boat," but they weren't clearly
They
on
were
a boat.
on a boat, but we don't know what happened to them. Then we see Cooper standing in the middle of the airway. All of a sudden, we just see like a 1 second chomp down.
It's a blink and you miss it. You didn't. Well, about 2 seconds. 2 seconds, and you see him in the jaws of a carnivore.
And that's it.
Honestly, that's the freaking quickest reveal of the big bad.
It's the quickest death.
And that too. And
remember how
I do think that.
Remember the
go ahead, John.
Yeah, remember how the T-Rex was revealed in the first two movies? It's
at the hour mark.
Well, yeah, but how it was revealed? First, it starts suspense. It starts out blurry, so it's not really in focus. The first one is condensed, waterlogged plastic glass, and it's out of focus only for the camera to pan up through the windows, so that we're outside and we see the T-Rex eating the goat. Second one, we know the T-Rex is coming because not only do we hear it roar, we hear it stomp, and we hear the car crash from the crash from the car that it flung. But
Not to mention the build-up before that, because we see the trees moving and we heard it roar.
But the characters, because of the direction the car was, it motivates them to look out that side of the window, only for the T-Rex to be right in the window behind them. Out of focus. Good build-up.
Jurassic Park 3?
And the Spinosaurus's reveal?
That's a very bad idea.
Yeah, not real. Oh God, yes. That was the other thing I laughed at. Is that again, like comedy, like in comedy, one person yells at someone with the megaphone, and the other person with the megaphone talks back to them. Yes, because apparently it's too much effort to walk. This is apparently why I kind of like Jurassic Park 3, because it reminds me of those cheesy movies that are riffed on riff tracks.
But there's some it's got the weirdest pacing issues. Like
oh my gosh,
I would have to say it's inverted of how it would go with the Lost World and Jurassic Park. Lost World and Jurassic Park set up a trend, the ooh ah in the beginning. Then we have a storm brewing. The storm comes, and with that storm comes the superior apex predator.
Yeah, the pacing with Jurassic Park, of course, to fit the 90-minute mark, it's a lot like dit. There's like, good God, we only get like what 2 minutes of some levity or some breathing.
Not to mention, it tries to do the ooh ah after people died.
Yeah.
Like,
we sort of got that in Jurassic Park.
We barely get it. We barely get any of the ooh ah when we're seeing aerial footage of dinosaurs, almost acting, like what you would see in a safari preserve.
And we barely get that. Because they want to get right to the action.
Yep.
I do think though. Do you guys remember the utter near hatred the Lost World got?
Yeah.
Because it was like what, depressing?
That, and it was dark, gloomy. It gave my kids nightmares. And I think this was made in response to that. The kills are not that violent.
There's not that many.
There's not that many. It's one of the more family-friendly and family-focused Jurassic movies, especially from the trilogy.
How does a kid survive 28 weeks?
It was just 8 weeks.
But even so, I think I can chalk that up to the most powerful armor on the planet.
Plot armor. I mean, it was interesting to see him using weaponizing dinosaur pee.
Oh yeah, that's the other part of that's the other thing. I remember that from other like family-friendly programs that usually involve bodily excrements. It always says, when Grant says, "How did you get it?" The response, or whenever someone asks how you get it, the response is always, "You don't want to know." And I'm like, I think we know how peeing works.
Yeah. This movie is just. Oh, and then I can't believe we forgot the one part of one of the stupidest decisions ever made in a Jurassic movie ever.
Let me guess. Is it the raptors?
The raptor eggs.
Oh, the raptor eggs.
The raptor eggs. Why the hell would you steal velociraptor eggs?
Because they would have
if you don't have a good evac or any evac.
Also, realization, Ian. Going back to what I said, remember how I said the pacing of Jurassic Park had the ooh-ah storm, then repercussions? Yeah. Remember when I said it was inverse? We have a storm at the last half of the movie.
Yes.
The final showdown.
It doesn't do much. It does not do much.
I've seen worse things when a tornado was ripping through the middle of Iowa.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to have a showdown in the storm. Pretty interesting. You could have done something with it.
Yeah, T-Rex final fight in the storm. That'd be cool. Just illuminated by, say they got the power up and running again at the visitor complex area, and the T-Rex and Spino fought in a storm there, just illuminated by the lights and the occasional lightning.
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome.
But no.
Okay, what do you think of Billy surviving?
He's a kid. I mean, who? I mean,
he was going
we
down
don't.
the river.
I mean, we don't like. I mean, we don't want to see. Oh, Billy survived. God, I confused him with Eric.
Yeah.
I was like, I kind of remember my mom when we first watched this movie. She just took a glance at it in the middle of it and says, I predict only four people will survive. And at the end of the movie, it kind of looks like she was right. And then at the end, oh, Mom, you were wrong. Looks like Billy survived. Who's Billy? The fifth guy. She didn't watch the movie. She had something better to do.
That's what the best way to describe this movie. I have something better to do than to watch it. That's my rating.
That's harsh.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it just.
I had something better to do. I can watch The Lost World. I could watch Jurassic Park.
Yeah, you could watch Alien.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There is a lot better movies.
Alien. The movie should have at least drawn some inspiration with Aliens, because it's kind of the same thing. It's spiritually the same thing.
Yeah.
But
let's see. How about some other sins that this movie has, like where it looks like where it seems like Grant and Alan and Ellie, they got married and they had kids. I was like, who's this asshole?
Oh my gosh.
Well, I remember people being pissed.
Oh, people are still pissed.
What do you think of how the group was saved by the fact that, oh my God,
Ellie?
you have to call, Ellie's kid picks up the phone, and we have to go through this kid.
Gets it with an ADHD moment, gets distracted by Barney the purple dinosaur.
And it keeps cutting between high suspense Spinosaurus attack in the water. I will admit that Spinosaurus attack in the water is awesome.
People are screaming. People are drowning. People are getting cut. Barney is a dinosaur. Lots of imagination.
Here's my suspension of disbelief. Grant and Eric have to escape the Spinosaurus. They run after it's chasing them. They get through a hole. Mm-hmm. They break through the fence. It breaks through the fence. Okay, we got to run into that building. We 60 locks on it, and it can't break through that one, but it can break through a fence.
I've heard people rationalizing it that it threw its whole weight against the fence, but it didn't have. I don't know. Maybe it was kicking the door, or smashing it with its snout or something. I don't know. I've heard people rationalize it, but
I'm pretty sure it could have thrown its whole weight against that door.
You mean the building?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Just smash the building.
Could have smashed. Yeah, could have smashed through the whole building. I don't know. Maybe it was made of wood, and that's its weakness, like the aliens and Signs.
Oh my.
I have yet to watch that movie.
Yeah, I like this movie for how stupid it is, because I think the people who made it kind of know that it was kind of gonna be stupid. Whereas Fallen Kingdom, I don't think they knew what they were doing. They were kind of intending Fallen Kingdom to be like this massive, this epic, storytelling, like the next saga. But really, it just kind of feels. It even feels a little bit more. It feels more B-movie and cheesy than Jurassic Park 3. From my perspective. If you like, and look, if you like Fallen Kingdom, and if you hold it higher than Jurassic Park 3, fine.
I hold it higher than Jurassic Park 3 on several levels, one of which the length. It's the proper Jurassic Park movie length.
Not to mention, it actually has feelings. Hey, want to see that Brachiosaurus getting killed by the smoke?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Doesn't that hurt your heart there, John? Doesn't it make you feel something?
It does.
You know what I feel when I watch Jurassic Park 3? I gotta fall asleep.
Well, at least with Jurassic Park 3, you're only watching one movie. With Fallen Kingdom, it feels like you're watching two.
True, but at least I'm not bored.
This is true. Indoraptor was badass.
not to mention that. What was the theme of Jurassic Park 3? The Lost World was protect the animals. Kind of ish.
More like respect the animals.
Respect the animals. Jurassic Park was playing God, and what will happen when one tries to play God.
The lesson of Jurassic Park 3: don't go to a dinosaur island.
Mm-hmm. Stay the fuck away.
Which that's not very profound, but that's what it is.
And what about, okay, then we go to Jurassic World. What's the message on that one?
Don't fuck with nature again.
I found it was more over commercialization is bad.
Yeah, because nothing was wrong.
More focused on the corporate greed angle.
John, nothing was wrong until they saw it. We gotta please the crowd. Dinosaurs
Let's
are
make a bigger dinosaur.
Yes, we need a bigger, badass dinosaur.
We need a dinosaur that doesn't exist. Let's Frankenstein it.
Let's make one.
So there's that message. We already discussed Fallen Kingdom. So
Battle at Big Rock.
Okay, but all right. What other? Let's see. So
what about the design of the animals?
How do you feel about the featherheads?
Okay,
I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with that. I'm also okay with the skulls because they actually do look a lot more like dinosaurs. That's what was. I remember from the special features that they actually were able to find an intact skull, an intact fossil of a velociraptor. So they got an accurate skull scan, and they found out that they did indeed have feathers.
Except we knew about them having feathers since 1997.
Okay, yeah, it was proven. Well, yeah. But let's see. In 97, Jurassic World, not Jurassic World, The Lost World had finally come out.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Also, Ian, I'll never accept dinosaurs with feathers.
Well, you're going to be disappointed then.
You can say that all you want, but I grew up with these as my dinosaurs. It'd be like saying like your hero was not what he's all up to be.
That's just patently untrue because Steve Irwin is a hero and I won't hear anything else about it.
No, you're just missing my point on purpose now.
No, I get it. You grew up with this, and I actually grew up with feathered dinosaurs to a point. They weren't what we now know to be feathers, but
Like
I did grow up
when I
with
hear feathered dinosaur, when I hear about feathered dinosaur, I'm just thinking big bird with teeth, just chasing after.
that
people.
would be terrifying, and you know it.
I'm just thinking of that. I'm just thinking of that try not to laugh video, where it starts off with the song. Okay, and there's another one with Big Bird, who's trying to say how he opens doors, and then it just cuts to door being kicked down, and then there's Big Bird just standing like this.
Also creepy, but I get your point, Tyler. You grew up with the scaly Jurassic Park raptor. I sort of grew up with that, but I also grew up with feathers. I'm in a weird in between. I was like at the very start of when feathers started to go into documentaries.
Now, the one scene that does stick out to me? That whenever I think of Jurassic Park 3, there's only one scene that I always think of. When they're exploring that building and they're looking at all the glass.
Yes. And you think,
and this velociraptor is just standing perfectly still.
It's not breathing. It's not even blinking. But when its victim is just close right, it's just at the right distance. The slightest move, and
it's not an alien.
I mean,
that would have been great to see an alien or an alien movie, but in a Jurassic Park movie with supposed animals doing that.
I mean,
no, I don't care how smart your velociraptors are.
I mean, that's the only thing that sticks out, because I'm like, that's weird.
I know. Let's see some of the. Yeah, I remember that from Cinema Sins. Another thing that I like how some of physics can kind of get taken out of the window. Like okay, I know the plane would probably still keep flying even after it hits a tree. You know, when wings are taken off, its tail is taken off. But there are some shots where it kind of looks like it's on a platform, you know. And
I think it was a miniature.
Probably was a miniature. And when the plane finally falls out of the tree, they're all in the back. It lands tail side down. I just couldn't help but say, and now they're all paced. Okay, movie over.
Ian,
now it's a dinosaur documentary on Isla Sorna.
Ian, what's your thoughts on?
If we get Werner Herzog to narrate that, it would instantly be a smash hit.
Agreed.
That plane, when it hit the Spinosaurus,
it's like a small cut. There's a small cut on its hind legs, and it produced that much blood on the window. I was expecting something, well,
like it tore out a chunk of the sail.
Yeah,
that would have been cool.
I'm just curious. Like, so okay, the plane hits the Spinosaurus. Like, what did it break to cause it to crash?
It just
fuel cut off. We're going down.
Oh, blood must have gotten in the engines.
Or maybe, the fuel line got ripped by the sail or something. I don't know.
Because it doesn't make sense considering it was already about taken off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it should have literally just bumped it up higher in the air and it just should have flown away.
No, somehow it cut the fuel line.
Which makes no sense.
No, I don't know airplanes, but
I don't know airplanes either. All I can I am kind of good with connections, and I have to say it must have been a flimsy connection on that plane.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Actually, thinking about that plane looked like it was held together by duct tape.
Maybe that was maybe that was the planes they decided to not blow up while they were testing their weapons.
Touche.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot there. Yeah, a lot. I love how most of us were just mocking this movie. I'm doing it out of I kind of like how silly it is, and you two are kind of mocking it for how bad it is.
It's not good. I grew up with Jurassic Park.
I know.
And Lost World.
So
on
did I.
VHS.
So did I. We just have different experiences when it comes to bad movies.
Yeah, you watched The Room. I haven't been there yet.
Oh boy.
But
I will.
there's just
Oh boy.
there's a certain level of quality you expect from a Jurassic movie.
Yes. I get that. I was kind of expecting that quality with Jurassic World, and I get Frankenstein dinosaurs.
Hey, John, it could have been worse. It could have
been a lot worse. It could have been Jurassic Park 3 again.
No.
A coherent plot? There's an instant win for Jurassic World.
If I remember correctly, they were Jurassic World already made a kind of a nod towards it of dinosaur soldiers.
Yeah, mostly like trained attack dogs.
Yeah, but no, they're literally going to make like a humanoid dinosaur soldier.
They
We're not going to the John Sayles script. Tyler,
yeah.
Shut up.
They were going to go there at some point.
You know what? If it's not done by a Japanese guy who happened to make the most iconic anime series ever, that was kind of talking about an evolution of an ancient creature, just stop. Just stop.
See what else? There was also going to be Excavoraptors.
Excavoraptors? You mean like they had scabs but they don't anymore?
No, like excavator. Excavoraptors.
Oh,
They were supposed to be. Yeah, they were supposed to be in Jurassic Park 4, the John Sayles script. They would have been subterranean raptors with giant hand claws that would dig underground and suck people down like graboids.
Oh my god.
So, we got really lucky with Jurassic World.
Okay. Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Oh, jeez. But Jurassic Park 3, I still hold, is the lowest we've been as far as films go.
It did honestly set the bar pretty low that honestly it's kind of easy to clear with its sequels. I will say this.
And I'm bringing this back up. John, do you remember the term I coined when we went over RoboCop 3?
No, I can't.
Lord.
No, I can't remember. What was the term?
Jurassic Park 3 fits into that certain category of an entry into a very successful series. It's fairly well loved. It's got a lot of fans, and then this one just sinks. I've dubbed it Sinking the Titanic.
And okay, yes, Sinking the Titanic. And there have been pretty good examples of how third movie entries have done that. Godfather Part 3, Jurassic Park 3. I'm not retracting my original sentiment.
Alien 3?
Alien 3?
Not really.
Spider-Man 3?
To qualify as Sinking the Titanic, for me, since I used the term, it has to be it doesn't have to be a third entry movie. It just has to be the last entry before a long hiatus that does not do well. Jurassic Park 3 put the franchise basically to sleep for 14 years. RoboCop 3, even longer.
By that logic, that would be Batman and Robin.
There you go.
And what about Spider-Man 3? Since that only put the franchise to sleep for 2007, then it got resurrected in 2012. 5 years.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But it did.
I think it had to be like 10 years or something, because
But it did cause the franchise to be rebooted.
that is
Yeah.
true. I don't know. We'll have to work on this thinking of the Titanic definition. But Jurassic Park 3 definitely fits that.
Oh, would Terminator Genesis count?
I haven't watched it. It's still in the wrapper upstairs.
Would any of the Terminator movies post Judgment Day fall into that category?
I don't think so, because they keep making them.
But I don't think they'll make one after Dark Fate. We go.
John, we thought that about Genesis, and they made Dark Fate.
Well, but are you really interested in seeing more Terminator movies after Dark Fate?
No, but was I interested in seeing Terminator movies after seeing Genesis?
Okay.
But do we have anything more to say about Jurassic Park 3? The animal designs are good. I'll give it that.
The animal designs are good. Again, they use a mixture of CG and animatronics.
That's come to be expected.
Yes, and honestly, so they actually did have a full-size Spinosaurus that was tearing apart the aircraft. So that's awesome.
They also broke their T-Rex animatronic. The original fight was supposed to be between the animatronics for a bit, but when I think they were rehearsing, they broke their T-Rex animatronic with the Spinosaurus.
You broke the T-Rex.
Oh my god!
You broke the T-Rex. You broke the T-Rex.
Ooh!
Broke its neck. They said it ripped its head clean off.
You broke the T-Rex.
Also, that T-Rex,
I gotta put that on a shirt. That needs to be a shirt.
You broke the T-Rex.
That is good. Oh god, that is.
Can we get that as some official Nerd-Vana podcast merch? You broke the T-Rex.
They broke the T-Rex.
Yeah,
it's like they went. It's funny. We went from we have a T-Rex to we broke the T-Rex.
Yes.
And that T-Rex was actually the buck from the Lost World.
Oh,
that animatronic. They just repainted it.
So hold on. Is that T-Rex in that fight? Was that the child?
No.
No. Okay.
So wait, the child is still alive.
Yeah.
The child.
Based on
it's not anymore if it didn't get off Easel Sorna.
People have said
that
that's
Nublar that blew up.
Yeah, Nublar blew up. We don't know what's happening on Sorna.
No one knows what's happening on Sorna.
Because honestly, the writers don't care.
But as far as whether that animal is okay, the animal itself, according to the script and the movie, if you look at it, the animal is an adult. A T-Rex, I don't care if it's a artificially created clone or not, cannot go from something that's a hip height to, 14-ish feet tall.
In 4 years?
In 4 years. That's not how that works, especially knowing how tyrannosaurs grow.
Okay, so paleontologists over the year were able to determine the growth rate of a T-Rex.
Oh, we found lots of not just T-Rex, but a lot of different tyrannosaurs.
Well, there were many dinosaurs before they bit the dust. Oh, so I'm pretty sure you've heard that joke before, Ian.
Yes.
Yeah, the joke is, the meteor hitting the dinosaurs is kind of like the universe's weird interpretation of killing multiple birds with one stone.
Yes, I've heard that one. And of course, the birds survive.
I gotta get going, guys.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your rating? Before you leave, what's your rating? Better? You can find something better to watch?
I can find something to better watch. I give this 4 Allens out of 10, 5. No, 10.
Yeah, abrupt ending, but I think we're running out of steam.
Yeah,
I'll give it 3. You broke the T-Rex out of 10.
Just to reiterate, because I screwed up. I said 4 out of 5 instead of 4 out of 10.
Okay.
No, 4
out of 5.
Allens.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, 4 Allens out of 10.
Okay. Well, all right. And as for me, well, I kind of know. I know the movie's reputation, and so I'm not going to say everyone is wrong. Yes, it does set the bar pretty low compared to its predecessors. However, I kind of find it enjoyable in its silliness because I think in a way, the people kind of embraced it a little. So, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give it a higher ranking. I give it 5 claw slashes out of 10. So it's half good, it's half bad, but I still enjoy it.
Yeah, this was the first Jurassic Park movie I ever bought on DVD.
Ah.
It was $5. It was in the bargain bin at Walmart.
Ah.
But then again, so was Claw.
And that turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Better than Jurassic Park 3.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, yes. Considering what it is, yes.
And considering
I would actually watch Claw again over Jurassic Park 3.
See? Jurassic Park 3. So bad, it's just boring and forgettable. It's not even so bad.
The only good thing it has going for it is the animal designs. That's really it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, that kind of wraps up today's podcast. Please join us next week. Until then, I am John. Did I say next week? Good guy. I'm sorry. It's been a long week. Next month.
Reconvening so quickly.
Well, next month, which technically would be next week.
It's true.
That is true. But yeah, so join us next month, not week. Hello, Snouty.
I would have brought out Sappho, but she's digesting. So
I wouldn't. I would have brought out Rexy, but I think he would have taken up too much space.
Sappho's my boa.
Oh.
I would have brought her out, but she's digesting.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I got a boa.
All right. Well, until then, this is John Murphy. Ian next. You two were about to start again.
Tyler, Ian, goodbye. We didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning of this, did we?
No, we didn't.
No.
We didn't. Just like the movie, we just got right into it.
That is correct. And next month, I guess we'll just torture Tyler with feathers, and we'll have Matt on, and I might play around in the Jeep a bit, and we're going to talk about Dominion. I'm pretty sure as long as it's better than Fallen Kingdom, Don will have no complaints.
Sure. I mean, it's not really my first choice for the movie I want to return to the theaters to. But hey.
Well.
But later, guys.
Later.
Goodbye.